You know him as McSteamy from Grey's Anatomy. Millions swooned over his charm. He had the looks, the fame, the career everyone dreamed of. But behind the spotlight, Eric Dane was drowning, not in applause, but in silence. This is the real story of Eric Dane, a story of masks of pain and of rising again. If you think you know him, you don't. Born in San Francisco in 1972, Eric Dane wasn't always Hollywood royalty. His father was a professional architect, but tragedy struck early. At just 7 years old, Eric lost his dad to a gun-related accident. That moment shaped him. It silenced a part of his soul, but he buried the grief. He wore confidence like armor. When he moved to LA, he didn't have much, but he had belief. Small roles came, then bigger ones, and then came Grey's Anatomy, Dr. Mark Sloan. McSteamy was born. And so was Eric Dane, the icon. From the outside, it looked perfect. Eric was married to actress Rebecca Gayheart, had a beautiful daughter and a hit TV show, but when the cameras stopped rolling, silence returned. The silence of depression, of addiction, of pain he never processed as a child. He smiled in public but felt hollow in private. In 2011, everything came crashing down. He admitted himself into rehab, not for illegal drugs but for a dangerous dependency on prescription painkillers. He had injured himself while working. The pills were supposed to help. They did until they didn't. "I was losing myself," Eric would later say in an interview. He didn't know who he was without the spotlight. In 2017, after battling depression, he made the hardest choice. He stepped away from his TNT show, The Last Ship, to take care of his mental health. That wasn't weakness, that was courage. Because in a town where fame is everything, he chose healing. But the cost was heavy. Public speculation, gossip headlines that barely scratched the truth. Few understood the storm he was facing. Eric didn't just recover, he rebuilt. He started therapy. He leaned on family. He worked to become a better father. He returned to acting, this time with balance. He joined Euphoria, taking on a much darker, more layered role. And once again, he delivered. But now, his work had depth, drawn from pain, from experience, from truth. Why does this matter to you? Because too often men are told to tough it out, to never cry, to never talk about mental health. But Eric's story proves something powerful. Real strength is asking for help. Real bravery is admitting when you're struggling. Whether you're 30, 50, or 70, pain doesn't care about age. But healing. Healing starts when you decide you matter. When you choose to show up for yourself. Eric Dane didn't just survive Hollywood, he survived himself. The boy who lost his father found a way to be one. The actor who wore a mask found the courage to remove it. He taught us that being McSteamy means nothing if you're not okay inside, and that the most powerful comeback happens in the quiet when no one's watching. If you're watching this and you've ever felt like you're hiding behind a smile, this is your sign. It's never too late to ask for help. It's never too late to start over. Share this story with someone who needs hope. And if it moved, you subscribe. Because we tell the stories that remind us. Behind every spotlight there's a soul, and every soul has a story worth telling.